Hey there, Facebook. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have a message coming to you right in and amongst what's going on in my life. And I'm feeling really emotionally drained today. And I'm going to tell you a bit about why. But I'm feeling super tired. But I'm getting the job done. So today's message is all about challenging them to grow before you give up complete hope. And really how this message sort of came about was that I actually had a coaching session with my coach, one of my coaches this morning, and it was over 2 hours of pretty in-depth kind of coaching all around some things that I felt might be holding me back and doing some work around all sorts of different things. It was really cool, but so emotionally draining. I don't know about you if you've had those experiences where you do sort of work on the emotional aspects of life and you just feel like, oh my God, like totally zonked, like I'm going to sleep like a little baby tonight. But really, it inspired me to deliver this message for you guys because one of the things that randomly came up in this coaching session that, wasn't really the purpose of the coaching session at all, but ended up in this realm was, a family relationship of mine where I had kind of gotten to a point of like giving up all hope and just had gotten to a point of accepting I'm never going to change them, not going to happen. Other people who know the dynamic, kind of reiterating the same thing and saying, sorry, it's like so sunny here, random sun coming through right now. But those people in my life who know the dynamic sort of going on and saying, you're not going to change them. Don't keep, batting your head, banging your head against the wall and just accept that's who they are. And this is the relationship dynamic that you're going to have. And for a while now, I've felt kind of pretty disappointed about that. It's somebody that I would appreciate having a really deep connection with. And I'd gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, just acceptance. I just can't really go to that depth with this particular person. Nothing I can do about it. I got to a pretty disempowering place that I realized today. I thought that was kind of empowered because I thought, okay, I'm just going to accept that. Can't change them. Can do my best. Not going to happen, right? But my coach actually helped me to see today that there is another way. And he used an example in his own life where he had a challenging relationship with his grandfather. And what he found was that his grandfather, didn't really get what he did for a living, didn't understand it, wished he could just be a doctor, and then when he challenged his granddad, so instead of just going, all right, well, you don't get what I do, let's just leave it at that, let's just talk about something else, he actually got to the point where he started educating his grandfather on what he really did. And he told his grandfather, well, I actually work and I coach 6 different doctors, and he showed him how he does that, and he did all these different things, right? And it was really interesting to hear that kind of journey that he went on. And he actually said that there was a point in his grandfather's life where nobody was challenging him. Nobody was challenging, like he was an older man. He kind of knew his way was the only way. He was kind of stubborn. Nobody was challenging him. And he actually felt like there was no real reason for him to live. Like he wasn't really even happy in his life. And it wasn't until a couple of different circumstances happened, but also my coach decided to challenge him and educate him around what he did and reestablish like a really great quality of connection with his grandfather instead of letting it go and just forgetting about it and just accepting. And it was really great for me personally to hear that. And one of the things that he said that really resonated, and I hope it resonates with you too, particularly if you've got people in your life, God, this is so sunny, particularly if you've got people in your life who you may have a challenging dynamic with, and you might have got to the point where you've lost all hope and you've just got to this place of acceptance, that's who they are, can't do anything about it, is that, and particularly if they're the older generation, he said to me that you stopping communicating with that person in your life about what it is that you do, because the person in my life, has a challenge with understanding the work that I do, because wasn't around when they existed, and they have a different model of the world. And me stopping communicating about what that is and educating them, it's kind of like a dream. So he used this analogy of, you tell something about, somebody something, and you don't continue to reinforce different things and continue to educate them and keep bringing it up and keep bringing reality to the surface. And it just ends up being like a dream. Like you can't really quite grasp it. You kind of like remember a little bit, but it just doesn't make sense. And, and then the longer you continue down that path, the less you remember of it, right? So the point is to give people challenge. When my coach challenged his grandfather, he gave him more reason to live, because he reestablished such a depth of connection by going for it. Instead of going like other people would and say, you know what, not going to go there anymore, he decided, no, I'm going to educate him on what I do. I'm going to challenge his belief system. I'm going to challenge his way of thinking. I'm going to challenge his model of the world. And I'm going to do what I can in that regard from a place of being comfortable and proud of the work that I do. But I'm going to articulate that to him and give him an opportunity to come and grow, rather than just losing complete hope. And that really worked for him and his grandfather. And I don't think there's a lot of value and meaning in establishing depth of connection and giving people an opportunity to come with you and grow, as opposed to just like losing all hope and that's it, that's done, see ya, senorita. So Sonora, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm super tired. I hope that this is of value to you guys, and I'm hoping that it gets you thinking about potentially those relationships in your life right now, where instead of giving them an opportunity to actually grow and it takes a lot of effort to challenge people, but valuing that relationship and that connection enough to challenge them to grow, rather than just giving up complete hope and just, it's not fulfilling. And I don't want to live with any sort of regrets. And I think that we can always empower ourselves. And sometimes empowering ourselves is saying, you know what, this is not meant to be. It's not worth my time and effort going in this direction. But then there's other relationships, and only you know what's the right move, right? You feel it, and I felt that with this person in my family. I felt like, you know what, like I have gotten to this point, but it doesn't feel empowered. It feels a bit disempowered. It feels like I'm leaving it all up to that other person, rather than going, hey, what could I be doing differently? Because I value my vision for this relationship. And I don't want to just make it like that. I feel like I'll regret that later in life if I continue down this path. And so I'm really grateful to hear the perspective of my coach, and that whole analogy of it just being like a dream when you don't fully articulate and communicate and be consistent. You can't expect people to understand you and just get it and just accept it. People have their own models of the world, and if you really want depth of connection with them, you got to be willing to challenge them to grow, rather than just throw in the towel and give up complete hope. So let me check in with you guys. Say hi, connect with me. I love that so much. And definitely, if you have any questions or comments, share them with me now so I can engage with you. And any bits of wisdom around this topic that you'd like to share with us all, definitely bring it to the equation. We'd love to hear from you. And I did put a link above to book in a 15-minute power session with me if you would like some new perspective, just like my coach did for me today. Give me perspective, new empowered perspective on a challenging situation. Sometimes when we're in it, we don't see it. And so it takes sometimes a mutual third party to give us a new perspective that can empower us and make us see the doorway out when we thought there wasn't one. So if that is of interest to you and you have any sort of challenge or way that you want it, direction that you want to move, but you just feel a bit limited or stuck and you're not sure why, I would absolutely be honored to help you get out of that and get in your most empowered direction. So definitely book in a time with me. The link's up above if that is of interest to you. And I have got Moyne and Justin and Alex and Shane's here and Aaron and J-Mac and Sam and another Sam. My Sam. Hello, Sam. And Matthew and Judy and Brian. Hello, VGP from NJ. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I appreciate you, Brian. And Hyungal and Abhishek and Jabs. And thank you for your kind compliment there, Sam. I feel super tired, so glad you can say that. But Asrowinsa, I hope I got that right. Love having you here. And Tanya's here. And Tavis, hello to you. And John, hello. And Reith, I love your live so much. Oh, you're touching my heart, my friend. I really appreciate that. I'm grateful that you're finding value here. And Anton's here. Hey there. And Daniel and Tony and Florin, hello to you. And Kuno and Jared, awesome to see you guys. And Tavis, I really appreciate your kind compliments there. You are amazing, my friend. And Jay's here, awesome. And Sam, sun makes you so white and radiant. Yeah, I was banging in here. I'm sitting at my desk right now and I'm constantly going in and out outside, like pulling down the blind, and then it gets too dark and I'm putting it back up. So sorry, you got smashed with that. It's the afternoon. And Lorena is here, and Ali and Eduardo and Hassan and Jugal. Hope I got that right. And Joel from Kampala, Uganda. We're on. I love it. Love that we're all across the globe. And Abina's here, and Sam. He's a great coach you got. Absolutely. That's why I'm a coach myself, because I believe in coaching so much. You know, getting that different perspective that, you know, it doesn't matter where you are. Like, I believe if you're a coach, you should have a coach in your corner. That's walking your talk. And I always think that there's another level. And sometimes, you know, we can grow faster together as opposed to trying to do everything ourselves. And a big piece of that is being open to receive. Openness to receive guidance, particularly if you yourself are somebody who gives a lot of guidance. It's super, super empowering in your life and in your business, you know, because if you're not open to receive help, how can you expect other people to be open to your help? So definitely, absolutely, Sam, very grateful for him and for you. And Daryl, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. I appreciate you bringing that beautiful piece of wisdom to us, Daryl. Absolutely. And Savula's here, and Kuno. True. Challenge them to grow. Absolutely. And, you know, sometimes challenging them to grow takes a lot more effort than just giving up hope and, you know, just forgetting about it. But if it's valuable enough to you, if that relationship is valuable enough to you, if you've got a grand enough vision to move out of the challenge and into the fulfillment, then you'll do it, and you should do it. You know, otherwise you're going to regret it, you know, and only, like I said, only you know whether you're going to regret it or not. Nobody can tell you the right or the wrong thing to do. You'll know it though, and there's no running away from you. So I love that. And yes, I'm loving that you're giving Daryl some love there, Kuno. Thank you. I love that. And Sam, that's my new mantra, challenge them to grow. Ah, I love that. That's so, so cool. And Melvin's here, and hello to you, Jay. And Stevie's here. Good to see you. Yes, we're live. I love it. And Rocky's here, and Julie, morning from London. Ah, love it. Beautiful London. Love having you here, Julie. And Dwan, how do you challenge when one's not willing to grow nor change? Great, great question. And I so appreciate you being here. And I love questions, so that's so great. So I really believe in, you know, it's not just about telling people what to do in terms of the challenging them to grow. Sometimes it's just about, hey, what's the missing piece here? And it's being the most emotionally intelligent person with the grandest vision and direction for where you want that relationship to go. So for me personally, how I'm going to be challenging this person in my life to grow is I'm going to be communicating more consistently, not from a place of justification, but from a place of strength and pride of what I do and loving what I do and wanting to educate this person so that I can create understanding. And that's enough challenge for me to put towards this person in order to move that relationship in the direction that I would love it to be. And I'm sure they do too. You know, it's just that we've got this miscommunication, this lack of understanding, where I'd actually just gone, you know what, not going to change. I'm going to just move on, shift my energy elsewhere. But it doesn't feel right. That feels like I'm going to regret that. So I'm going down a different path, and I am going to challenge them to grow by fully communicating more so that they can understand more and not just be left in a dream that fades, but actually be consistent with that understanding. So, you know, there's so many different unique ways that you can challenge others to grow depending on the circumstances and what's going on in your life and theirs and where that kind of bridge needs to be built. But, you know, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, instead of assuming that they don't want to grow or they're not willing to grow, maybe you're just kind of trying to force your version of growth onto them. Guilty as charged, many times in my life, you know, and there's different ways that people grow. And sometimes people will grow more when you accept them for who they are and you focus more on what you're doing or not doing, as opposed to changing them. All right. So the change has to come from within. You have to be the change that you wish to see outside of you. Good old wisdom from Gandhi there. But if you would like some personal guidance on that, and I'd love to hear more about a breakdown of, you know, who that relationship is with, what's currently going on, what that bridge is that needs to be built. I'd love to help you directly, Dwan. So I hope I'm saying your name right. But if that is of interest to you, definitely make use of one of my 15-minute power sessions and I'll jump on a video call and see how I can best support you on navigating that. But really appreciate your question and hope that that was of help to you. And Noma and Belinda is here. Hello to you, beautiful. And Kidamet and Tumas and Arshad and Kuno, you're so welcome, my friend. And Mario, good to see you live. I love it. And Chris is here. And Ashmatullah, hello. Good to see you again. Great to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining. And Ben's here. And Dwan, thank you, big help. So grateful to hear that. That's so awesome. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining me live. It's always random. I'm super late for me today because I've been so emotionally drained after the morning that I've been through, clearing up all this stuff and getting some more clarity and some empowerment. You know, it's taken up a lot of energy, but all for good use and purpose. And I really hope that today's message has served each and every one of you and is going to get you thinking about, instead of losing all hope and cutting the ties, think about, you know, maybe this is worth me challenging this person to grow. And it's because I have a grander vision and desire to move this out of a disempowering, misunderstanding kind of relationship and into something extraordinary that serves us both, enhances our lives, and gets us living to our potentials, as opposed to later on regretting that I didn't give this a go. All right, and you are so welcome, Asmatullah. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. As always, guys, I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, and I really hope that you're doing something empowering for you, breaking through, getting clarity, getting vision, having the courage to move in a more inspired direction, no matter if it is a bit more challenging or takes a bit more effort. That's what life is all about. And Mario, I'm still unsure of my path. How should I approach this? Definitely. That's a very in-depth question that I can't wait to answer more for you. Mario, you should, my quick answer, because I don't want to take up too much more of your time, my very quick answer is to know what you value most. Without filter for anybody else's expectations, particularly family or anybody close to you, get to understand and uncover what you value at your highest level. I run a course that helps people do exactly just that. Get clarity, get vision, understand who they are, what they really want, and have the courage to go after it. If that interests you, I'm currently in the week 7 of an 8-week group coaching program that helps people do exactly that. If you're of interest to come and join me in the next round round, which will be happening probably early to mid-June. Definitely shoot me a message. You don't want to miss out on that. And also my 15-minute power sessions, if you want to connect, if you want me to help and support you on something quickly, but focus on some values work right here, right now, Mario. Definitely jump on over to drdemartini.com. He's got a free values determination test. I highly recommend going down that leg and that route to get some clarity and some vision and align your vision with your values so that you can know the pathway forward. I'd love to hear from you about how you find that. And Kuno, so good to see you, Vanessa. Great advice. Keep them coming. Thank you, Kuno. I love seeing you, my friend, and super grateful that you find value here. Sending you guys all of my love. Cannot wait to see you all tomorrow. Much love.